Well, tonight they arrested P. Diddy. News just broke that they took him into custody in New York City. So I figured now's as good a time as any to shit all over Sean again and remind everyone just how horrible this man is. So if you haven't read the court documents and done any of the other research on this guy, this producer he worked with named Lil Rod brought this lawsuit against him. Rodney Jones v. Sean Combs, alleging RICO allegation, which is like organized crime. And he alleged that a member of this RICO organization was none other than the CEO of Universal Music Group, Lucian Grange. Universal Music Group produced 1/3 of the top 100 songs last year, including Taylor Swift. Quote, while living and traveling with Mr. Combs, Mr. Jones discovered that Combs had hidden cameras in every room of his homes. Mr. Jones believed that Mr. Combs had recordings of defendants Lucian Charles Grange, Ethiopia Haber, as well as other celebrities, music label executives, politicians, and athletes. Upon information and belief, these individuals were recorded without their knowledge and consent, and as in the case with the homosexual sex tape of Stevie J that Mr. Combs provided to Mr. Jones, Mr. Combs possesses compromising footage of every person that has attended his freak-off parties and his house parties. Upon information and belief, due to this treasure trove of evidence he has in his possession, Mr. Combs believes that he is above the law and is untouchable. Well, the diddler just got touched. But don't worry, I'm not going to drop that spice and then not give you more details. So Diddy was big on recording all kinds of things, and he frequently took this guy's phone from him and recorded things at parties. So this dude wound up with hundreds of hours of footage and audio recordings of Mr. Combs, his staff, and his guests engaging in serious illegal activity on his own cell phone, including the acquisition, use, distribution of ecstasy, cocaine, GHB, ketamine, marijuana, and mushrooms, the displaying and distribution of unregistered illegal firearms, Combs providing laced alcoholic beverages to minors and sex workers at his homes in California, New York, the Virgin Islands, and Florida. Yes, those Virgin Islands. Diddy's brother, Christian, drugging and sexually assaulting a woman. Mr. Combs detailing how he planned to leverage his relationship with Bishop T.D. Jakes to soften the impact of his public image of Cassie Ventura's lawsuit, which is horrendous, and I'm not going to read from it. It's absolutely disgusting. This guy's a piece of shit. Actor Cuba Gooding Jr., yes, that actor, Cuba Gooding Jr., sexually harassing and assaulting Mr. Jones. Yes, here are photos of Cuba doing the things. Here's more photos of Cuba Gooding Jr. trying to fuck this guy. Quote, forcibly touching Mr. Jones, fondling Mr. Jones' leg, his upper inner thighs and his groin, the small of his back, near his buttocks and his shoulders. Jones rejected his advances, and Mr. Gooding Jr. did not stop until Mr. Jones forcibly pushed him away. The following is a screenshot. Homie witnessed a shooting where either Diddy or his brother shot a dude in the bathroom and then got the cops to just totally not prosecute, not investigate, say it was a drive-by. They drove away. But what Diddy's scheme was all about was getting rappers to do gay stuff on camera, though they did not know it, so that he had blackmail on them so that he could kind of control them and thereby control the whole music industry that he had kind of helped create. And to be fair, maybe he saw some signs that maybe it would work, but apparently homie wasn't having it. Sorry, I'm just making jokes. Quote, Mr. Combs, Diddy, went so far as to share a video of Stevie J anally penetrating a Caucasian male without a condom. This was done to ease Mr. Jones's anxiety concerning homosexuality. According to Diddy, this is a normal practice in the music industry. Look, even Stevie J is doing it. Diddy informed Mr. Jones that he had engaged in sexual intercourse with rapper Redacted, R&B singer Redacted, and Stevie J. Yes, Diddy's having gay orgies and using it to try to get homie to have more gay orgies because that's what he's all about. Mr. Combs promised to make sure that Mr. Jones wins Producer of the Year at the Grammys if he did gay stuff. So Diddy is claiming that he has the power and leverage to get some random dude to win Producer of the Year at the Grammys, and he's leveraging that to get gay sex and blackmail from that gay sex. Diddy's assistant, defendant Coram, required all employees from the butler, the chef, to the housekeepers to walk around with a pouch or fanny pack filled with cocaine, GHB, ecstasy, marijuana, gummies, Tucci, mixture of ecstasy and cocaine, at all times, so that Diddy could get high anywhere and everywhere. And yes, homeboy has photos of all of it. Diddy maintained this RICO enterprise by using threats of violence, threatening to eat his face, displaying and distributing guns in plaintiffs present, bragging about having law enforcement under control, bragging about murdering people, and bragging about bribing witnesses and jurors in the criminal case concerning the 1999 New York City nightclub shooting with Shine. Are you getting the picture yet? And it would appear that one of the ways that Diddy had law enforcement under control was through his chief of security, Fahim Muhammad, who the whole staff was allegedly told to contact if anything ever went wrong with police or law enforcement, and he would be the fixer that would make it all disappear. Well, Fahim Muhammad is the former head of security for Michael Jackson. This kid had just graduated college with like a business degree, and he became the head of security for the King of Pop at age 21 or 22. And then, whoopsies, that same year, head of Pop died. This guy was second on the scene. And then his very next job, after failing, was to become the head of Diddy's entire operation. Think about it. The head of security in a blackmail ring needs to know all the dirt. Otherwise, he's not securing shit. Diddy formed his record label in the first place with a lot of help, basically being selected by Clive Davis, who's got a lot of mob ties and other stuff in his history. But he's been running huge portions of the music industry before we were all born. We're talking back to signing names originally like Janis Joplin, Pink Floyd, Aerosmith, Earth, Wind, and Fire. I say all of that to just show you the scope that this is not just one rapper doing bad things. This is the whole music industry. This is how it runs. Diddy is not an isolated incident. He is the status quo. And chances are he was not the only blackmail ring operating in the music industry. We'll go into that another time. If you want more details about the Michael Jackson rabbit hole, Candace Owens produced one of the best videos I have ever seen about Michael Jackson. It's a work of art. Definitely watch it. I cannot imagine how you would watch that video and not come away realizing that, holy shit, Michael Jackson was framed. All of the charges were bullshit. The FBI investigated him. They found nothing. Everyone close to him said that he never did anything to kids, and the only people that accused him of that clearly were standing to gain things from making false accusations. Go watch the video. Huge props to Lil Rod for having the guts to bring the lawsuit that eventually has now brought Diddy down, or at least gotten him into behind bars. This dude had every indication that he would get killed for doing that, and certainly that he would get blacklisted from the whole music industry. Props, bro. And thanks to 50 Cent or whoever else helped protect him and bring these charges, whoever else got his back, good job, guys. As for this piece of shit, he's not going to last very long. He's going to squeal like a fucking pig, and there's an awful lot of powerful people that cannot have that. So watch out for the Epstein treatment. Diddy did not kill himself. And I guarantee you that the FBI is not going to be releasing all those tapes of all those celebrities and politicians and powerful executives that he has blackmail on. They're keeping that shit locked down because that's how they do. Status quo. So key takeaways. All the music you listen to is fucking fake. They're promoting bad artists that they can blackmail so they can control them, so that they can keep running their fucking scheme, and they can give you awful messaging. Think about the messaging in all of the artists that people like Diddy have promoted. Guns, violence, hoes, drugs. That's not authentic. That's being promoted by a blackmail ring in the music industry. It's like if Jeffrey Epstein was the one choosing what music got produced so that he could perpetuate his schemes. That's what your top hits radio stations have been playing for your entire life. We're not talking about one rapper that did some bad shit. We're talking about a systemic issue that just got broadcast across national television, and now they're going to try to cover it all up with everything they've got. Don't let them.